beautiful people, what is going on? My name is Maddskillz, and you are now tuned into the Spark Something podcast. And I honestly want you guys to be the best version of yourselves. Like, I pray that you live out the life that God is calling you to live out, because there will never, ever, 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 ever be another you. Like, ever. Like, you have a certain je ne sais quoi about you, and no one else can do it the way that you can do it, because you do it how you do it, and it's so good when you do that. But now, on the real, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Maddskillz, and I am doing an audio because my hair looks crazy, and I am not about to go and do no video and post it on social media and be looking like I don't love myself, because I really do. But I really need to wash my hair. But I wanted to definitely do an audio to just talk to you guys today. I wanted to encourage somebody. I'm hoping that this encourages someone. I wanted to talk about a picture that I posted last year, and it came across my head today, and I'm just like, yeah. So we have been on lockdown. We have been on lockdown for like 2 months, I think. Florida is like really going, like, y'all going ham. But y'all really out there like that. I'm just going to work into the grocery store, and I'm coming home. Like, your girl, I've seen some of my family, I haven't seen everybody. I can't be out like that. Like, I don't know about nobody else, but even if it's not corona, it's just too much going on in the world for me to be out in the open. Like, I'm just going to the grocery store, check on family here and there. How y'all doing? What's up? I still love y'all. Trust me, it ain't no hard feelings. We'll see each other eventually, just not today. But I've been legit just, my routine has pretty much been the same. I did a little extra about 2 weeks ago. I recorded a new song, went to the studio. I know. Everybody like, you from Florida? Yeah. And I'm like, look, recording makes me happy. So I have been writing for a minute. I've been in quarantine too. So I've had a whole lot to think about. So I went to the studio. I saw my stepdad. I went and saw a few of my friends. I've seen my in-laws. So yeah. And I came my behind back home. I have not been out like that. Work, home, grocery store, boom. That's been the routine for the last couple months. And that might be the routine for the rest of the year. But I know I'm not the only one that has been home. Most of us have been home. We have also, most of our lives consist of, if not working, you are working from home, you are a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, a student, like all of that. Like, a bunch of y'all are parents, and y'all doing the doggone thing. I'm proud of y'all. Another thing, I have also been on social media probably way more than I need to be. So with that being said, I actually posted something last year, and it was relevant even today. And I wanted to encourage somebody. I wanted to share it. I wanted to tell you guys, comparison is the thief of joy. You can be having a great life. You can be having a great day, and you go on social media and you see somebody traveling. You see somebody, I'm in Dubai. I don't have Dubai money, okay? I'm in Jamaica. I ain't got Jamaica money right now. I'm on South Beach. I got South Beach money, but I'm not going to South Beach. I don't live that far from South Beach, but I'm not going to South Beach. I got Orlando money. That's okay. You can have all the money in the world. You can do all that traveling. It's perfectly fine. But if you are on social media more than you need to be, I'm going to tell you, you might need to take a break. And I'm only telling you this because comparison can creep up without you least expecting it. It will literally creep up on you. And you will begin to compare your life to somebody else's. Oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm obviously not doing enough. And to be honest, I'm just trying to live through the day and get to maybe tomorrow. All right? I just want to make sure I live throughout the day. I drink my water, mind my business, get something to eat. Live throughout. That's my routine. Live throughout the day, drink my water, mind my business, get something to eat. Every now and again, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, but I literally been trying to keep a low profile because I need to make sure my mental health is okay. If you spend your entire day literally surfing the web, and most people will be like, oh, it's only social media, blah, 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 blah. You have to be concerned with the things that you are literally allowing your eyes and your ears to see and to hear. And there has to be some time in your day, in your life, in your schedule where you have to turn this thing off. You have to turn it off because you'll get so consumed with what's going on out in the world that you will literally, when you do turn it off and you look at the world that you are living in, your own little world, your life will not amount to what you have been seeing all day in other people's lives. So you will begin to compare your life to this person's life. You will begin to compare your house, your apartment, your car to this person's house, their apartment, their car. You begin to compare your kids to their kids. Compare your spouse to their spouse. Compare your hair, the way you look, the way you dress, to the way somebody else is dressing, to the way somebody else is living, to how their children behave, to how their car is running, to what kind of life they're living, their job, their this, their that. Like, you will literally spend hours tearing yourself down or tearing down the life that God has blessed you with and saying it's not enough because you will begin to compare your situation to their situation. Now, I posted this picture in February and I want to just read the comment or read the not the comment, but read the caption of the picture that I posted in February. And I think it's relevant because it's something that I needed a reminder of. And it's not more so because I'm just comparing my life, but it's more so just because you get to a point in your life to where you feel like, dang, man, I could be so much farther along than I am right now. And it just makes you feel like you're either not enough or you're not doing enough. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes we need that extra push to where we feel as though, okay, now I need to get up and I really need to make some things happen in my life. But I'm talking about the unhealthy part of it. The unhealthy portion to where nothing in your life is going great and you hate everything about it. And you find absolutely nothing great in your life. Comparison is the thief of joy. So I wrote this last year and I wanted to read the caption. It says, often we lose sight of our greatness by comparing it to someone else's. We forget how amazing we are and eventually become carbon copies of what we believe is better because it gets the approval of others. If we sought after gratification from everyone else, we've canceled out what is written in the scriptures. Case in point. So I'm going to read this. That was the caption that I wrote under this picture. And I'm going to go to Psalms 139, which is one of my favorite scriptures. And Psalms 139 has definitely made me just feel amazing. So, Psalms 139, verse 13 says, and this is the New Living Translation version, because I know certain people be like, where the King James Version at? I don't talk like that. And not to say I don't read the King James Version. I want to make this as plain as simple for the other people in life that may not be believers, that also don't talk like that. So just bear with me. my saved and sanctified people. So it says, you have made all the delicate innermost parts of my body and knitted me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. And I can also go back to verse 1 and I can start there. It says, oh Lord, you have examined my heart and you know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You know what I am going to say even before I say it. Lord, you go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go to heaven, you are there. If I go to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the farthest ocean, even there your hand will guide me and your strength will support me. I could ask the darkness to hide me and the light around me to become night, but even in darkness, I cannot hide from you. To you, the night shines as bright as day. Darkness and light are the same to you. Dude, you saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. How precious are your thoughts about me, oh God. They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And when I wake up, you are still with me. God literally has a purpose for each and every one of our lives. It's a plan, and it's a great plan. And if I spend my entire life comparing my life to something that I've seen in somebody else's life, the life that God has for me, I will not be able to enjoy it till its fullest. The life God has for you, if you spend your entire life trying to compare it to somebody else or hating on somebody else or feeling like, dang, I should be that, or we should be that, or my kids, or this and that, like my life should look similar to that. The life that God has called you to live, the things that He has for you to learn along your journey, you'll miss out on them. Their journey is their journey. Their life is their life. You have no idea how much they've prayed, what they've done, how they've gone through to get to what they have. You only see the highlights. That's all social media is. You only see the highlights. We don't always get an opportunity to see every step someone takes, because certain steps are personally for them, because it's their steps in their lives to live. Certain steps that God is going to call us to take and that God is going to call us to make. We have to know that God has a plan for each and every move that we make. If I spend my entire life comparing it to my brother or my sister, I will never be happy with what God has for me. If I spend my entire life comparing it to my brother and sister, I will look up one day and life would literally have passed me by. And I wouldn't be able to pinpoint one thing in my life that I can honestly say, or one moment in my life that I can honestly say that I was happy with. There are things that we have to learn along our journey that God will show us. Sometimes we need to slow down. Sometimes we're not there yet because we don't need to be there yet. If we were there before it's time, we may not even be able to enjoy it. We may not even be able to take care of what there looks like or what there is. Like, we need to take our time. Sometimes we have to take baby steps, because our journey to get there, it ain't gonna look like somebody else's journey. So comparison is the thief of joy. If we spend our entire lives looking at somebody else's life, trying to live up to somebody else's standard, trying to make sure that at a certain point in our lives, we're here, trying to make sure that at a certain age in our lives, we got all this information, we know all these things, and we don't literally take time to understand, what's my purpose for being right here? What's the reason to why God has me where I'm at? We'll miss it. We will miss it, and we will wonder why there's no happiness, there's no peace, there's no joy, we will miss everything that God has for us in a certain season in our life by trying to get there too soon because we see somebody else already there. And they started out with me, and I should be where they're at, and they should be where... Stop. Because where you're at, they may not be as happy as you are. You may not be as happy as they are. You have no idea what a person had to go through in order to get to where they're at. Be thankful where you are. Be thankful with some of us, we're in terrible positions and terrible states in our lives. But God literally is with us each and every day. If you want to, if you need to, go back, check out Psalms 139. Check out Psalms 139. Just read the whole thing. I haven't read the whole thing because it's very long. It's not very long. It's 24 verses. I at least read to y'all maybe 10. Go read it. And while you at it, read Jeremiah 29:11. There's a purpose for each and every one of our lives. And every step that we take, there's a purpose. For every breath we take, every time we blink our eyes, every thought we have, every time we move our hands, the mannerisms, like everything that we have, and God has literally created us to be who we are. And if you are struggling with identity, you're struggling with purpose. I've struggled with my identity. I've struggled with my purpose. And when I say my identity, I mean I've struggled with who I am as a person, who God is calling me to be, what I stand for. Like, I've struggled with all of these things. Am I good enough? People pleasing, all of this stuff. I've struggled with so much of it. But there's a purpose and a reason to why God has allowed me to go through that process, so that I'll be able to hopefully help somebody else and let them know that it's okay. God will literally show you who you are. So please don't spend your life comparing it to somebody else's life, to a celebrity, to somebody that started out with you, to whoever. Your purpose is great. God has a purpose for your life, and it's greater than anything that you can ever think or imagine. I pray that this sparks something in somebody's life. Continue to live out the purpose that God is calling you to live out. And if you have no idea what that is, He'll help you find it. Trust me. Peace. Look, He'll give you peace in the midst of a storm, bro. I gotta go. Because if I don't go, I'll keep going. I'm telling you, He will literally give you the desires of your heart. And what you think your desires are, I guarantee you, they are nothing compared to what God has already planned for your life. There's purpose in it. There's purpose in you. There are people literally waiting for what God has placed inside of you. And if you spend your entire life trying to live up to somebody else's standard, if you spend your entire life trying to compare it to somebody else, the purpose that God has for you, so that your purpose will be able to help someone else unlock their purpose, they will never be able to get to that. Your life matters. Don't waste it. I love y'all. This is your girl, Maddskillz, and this is a little snippet. Hopefully I can spark something in somebody's life. We out. # millennials got something to say.